It just seems bigger every time I look at it. What's going on, all you beautiful builders out there? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got box 10 of Agora models G1 Optimus Prime. We've only got 2 more shipments left for this model. Can you believe how fast this is going? It's incredible. This thing's really cool. Can't wait to get this done. I know this is the upper part of the legs and the hip area of Optimus Prime. I've got the instructions downloaded. I've got them ready to go. If you guys are interested in building this as well, I will leave a link in the description down below to this model on Agora Models webpage. Also, if you guys are interested, this one's going to have a ton of screws in it. So if you guys are interested in getting your own Fantic EX1 Max mini electric screwdriver set, I will leave my Amazon Associates link in the description down below also for this. It's going to come in very handy on this one. It's going to save me a lot of doing this. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get up top and get this thing open. Holy cow, guys, look how big this freaking box is. It's massive. Let me go ahead and spin it around here, get this tape cut. All right, let's see what we got inside. Wow, look at look at the size of the trays in this one. These are huge. Man, let's get these set aside one at a time here. There's one. Here's tray 2. Tray 1 and tray 2 look just alike because they're going to be like the left and right leg. Just everything's going to be in reverse. We got some of the tires. This looks like the hip area here. I recognize these triangle lenses there. All right, that's everything in the box. Go ahead and get this out of the way. Okay, guys, let's get a quick look here at the instructions. We got pack 10, assembling the hip wheels, attaching the wheels to the hips, assembling the upper left leg, assembling the upper right leg, and assembling the hips and attaching them to the legs. Here's the tray 1. We have, look at all of the screws that we have in this. This Fantic E1 Max screwdriver is definitely going to come in handy on this one. This is tray 1. And then we got tray 2. Again, you can tell this is going to be the left and right leg. And then tray 3, the hip area. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, so there is a lot to do in this box. So we got to pay real close attention to what we're doing, make sure we get everything right. We have 2 of the TR10 51s, and we're going to have 4 of these TR10 57s. We're going to build these 2 at the same time. We're assembling the hip wheels. So all we're going to do is we're going to slide these little silicone pieces onto the pegs on each side of this. There's one. Here's the other one. All right, and step 1 is done. Now we're going to move on to step 2. I'm going to set this one aside for a second. So we're going to take one of those part 1s here that we did in the first stage, and we're going to take it this way around, and it's going to slide right into these notches right there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Now this is TR1042, and then this is the other one. They're marked 1 and 2. So you can clearly see we're doing part 1 and part 2. Again, this one's for part 2. You can see right here. And this one is for part 1. Okay, so part 1 is going to go on. We're going to sandwich this in, and it's just going to fit right into these holes, just like this. Right. And then we're going to screw that in from the other side. with 4 of the PB 2.3x6 screws. Okay, so we're going to get 8 of those out. So we're going to do 4 on this one and 4 on this one. Get our screwdriver here. All right, we're going to go ahead and screw those in. And there's 1, and we're going to go ahead and do the other 3 here. All right, and there's that one all together. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side here. All right, we got those both like that. Okay, now on this side, we're going to be using part TR1013 and TR1014, and they're marked with a 3 and a 4 right there. And we're just going to put these in just like this and push them down in there. And they only go in one way, but they are kind of angled, so you want to, you want to slot them in the right way. You don't want to be scraping them, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, and then this is going to go right over the top of this piece, just like this. And we're going to secure that down with 4 PWM 2x6 screws. But this is metal, so I'm going to put a little drop of oil on these. All right, just a little bloop on all 4 pins here. Little bloop. There we go. And this is going to go right over the top like that, and we're going to screw that down with those 4 screws. All right, let's get these put in. There's 1. We'll go ahead and do the other 3. All right, it's going to look just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and do this other side. There we go. That's both of them. All right, now we got 2 of the TR1050s and 4 more of the TR1057 little silicone sleeves. And just like we did before, we're going to put those right over those pegs on both of them, like that. There we go. All right, these parts here are already stuck together, but they got to be pulled back apart. I'm gonna use this little pry bar. There we go. See if I can get that off. So these come in the package already stuck together, so we need to take them back apart. These are the ones for side 1. This one's for side 2. See if we can get that popped back apart. There we go. Okay. So just like before, we're going to take it and stick it this way around, right into those little pegs there. Okay, and then we got PB 2.3x6 screws again. So we're going to get that wedged in there the best we can. And then we're going to put this over the top of it. There we go. Just hang it down like that. Put it over the top. Close it up. I'm going to screw that in with the 4 screws. Okay, there's 1. We're going to go ahead and do the other 3. There we go. Look just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and do this side just the same way. Okay, there's both of them. Okay, now we got TR1054 and 2 more of the little TR1057 silicone sleeves. And we're going to slide those right on again, just like we did before. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. This one's the opposite one for side 2. Again, as you can see there, it's going to be marked with a 2. And this one will be marked with a 1. All right, it's going to go this way with this pointing this direction. Going to go in just like that, and we're going to screw that in from the other side with 2 PB 2.6x6 screws, which are right here. There's 1. Go ahead and put the other one in. That's some pretty tough screwing into this plastic. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay. gonna look just like that. I'm gonna do the other side, do the same thing. It's gonna go this way. So if they're facing, they're gonna look like that. All right, because they're opposites. Go ahead and put those screws in. I freaking love this screwdriver. Nice. Here we got TR1037. We got the wheel rim here, and TR1036, the tire. Tire's got some writing on one side there, and the other side has nothing. So we want that writing going towards the outside of the rim so you can see it. Just gonna pop it in. And you can warm that tire up if you want with a hot air a heat gun if you want. Just blast it on like low and just warm it up, or you can put it in hot water. But these go on pretty easy, so I'm not going to go mess with that stuff. I just don't feel like going and getting it. I did that pretty quickly. It went on pretty easy. So you just want to make sure that you get the edge of the tire into the groove so it's nice and flush like this all the way around. On both sides, there's a little groove in the rim. I'll show you on this one. Little grooves. Tire just needs to fit in there. Go ahead and do the other side. Pops right on. All right. Goes on pretty easy. Again, if you want to warm the rubber up and soften it up, you can do that. All right, now we're going to take this part and we're going to take TR1073. It's the larger silicone piece. I'm going to try sliding it over this first and then putting it in there. There you go. Either way, whichever works better for you. And then we're going to tighten that down with one PB 2.3 by 6 screw. Now there's 2.3 by 8 screws and 2.3 by 6 screws. Make sure you get the 2.3 by 6 screw. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side here. There we are. I got 2 of them. Okay, now we got the TR1034s and 4 of the PB 2.6 by 8 screws. And we're going to put that over the wheel just like this, and we're going to screw that in these 4 spots right here, and we're going to do that on both sides. All right, it's going to look just like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to this side. Okay, and that's both of them done. Okay, now we have TR1038 and 2 of the TR1052s. One's going to go on this side, and this one is going to go on this side so that they're facing this direction like this. And then we're going to attach those down with the TR1052s and 3 PB 2.3 by 6 screws. We'll start with this side. We're going to put that in just like that. We're going to put this one on over the top of it to hold that together. And let's see if we can get a screw put in there. There's one. We'll go and put the other 2 in. Yeah, there's that one. Folds down like that. I'm going to go ahead and put the other one in on this side. And there we go. Both of them on there. All right, now we're going to attach these on. And they're going to go this direction. This one's going to go here. And this one's going to go on this side. And we're going to screw those down, both of them down with two PB 2.3x6 screws. Go ahead and get this one in. There's one. And there's two. Let's go ahead and get the other one. All right, there's both of them. That's going to fold like that. Now we're going to flip it around and we're going to put these two on. They're going to go on the back part here. Slide right down in there. And again, we're going to attach these with the PB 2.3x6 screws. Going to look like that. Okay, then we have TR10-04. You'll know you have the right one because it's got the number 1 on it right here. And then you have TR10-74, and it has 40 kilograms written on the base of it. And TR10-58 has 20 kilograms written on the base of it. Okay, and this is going to go this way around, and you're going to take the one marked 40 kilograms, and it's going to go right into this recess here. And the one marked 20 kilograms is going to go into this recess here. And now you have 4 of the PM 3x8 screws and 4 of the TR1069 lock washers. And that's how we're going to secure these things on. And this is an H2.5 hex head, and that fits that perfectly. And put all 4 of these in. And it's going to look just like that. Okay, now we have TR10-05, and it looks just like this. TR10-59, 4 of the split lock washers, and 4 of the PM 3x6 screws. And we're going to attach these together just like that, using those screws. Let's see if I can use a screwdriver for this. It's kind of, sometimes you're going to need a regular screwdriver. See how this is? It's a little wide. Let's see if it'll go though. All right, it went in there. What I'm going to do is use this longer. It's a star bit, but it'll fit that as well. I'm going to use it. That is the TR10. Let's get a washer on there. See if I can get in there a little better with that. Yeah. Definitely works better with that. It's going to look just like that. Okay. Now this is going to go on here just like this. And we're going to secure that on with 2 more of those split lock washers and 2 more of the PM 3x8 screws. It's going to go right in the sides. It's going to look just like that. Now I'm going to need the lower left leg. Okay, now let's take note of the direction that the foot is. We have this black piece here, and that's on the outside of the leg, and this is the inside of the leg. And we want this bolt here going the same direction as this black piece towards the outside of the leg, just like that. Okay, now we got 2 of the PM 3x10 bolts and 2 of the crimped edge washers, the external tooth washers, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to put those in here. That's how we're going to hold this on. One goes on each side. That's nice and tight. Okay, one on the other side. There we go. It's going to look just like that. Now we're going to use this bar. This is TR1075. And we're going to put it in to the top here. I'm going to use that to turn this because it's very tough to a 90-degree angle, just like that. Okay. And then we're going to take it and we're going to use the same rod and we're going to turn it 90 degrees horizontally this way. All right. So your rod is angled towards the inside of the foot, just like that. Now we're going to take the wires. So the wire is going to come up through this gap and through the hole coming out of the inside of this bolt. We're just going to run it this way and get it through there and try to angle it and get it to go through that hole. There we go. And it just popped out. We're going to pull it through. Try to keep it kind of going the same way here so don't get all twisted. All right, and it should be going through and out the hole just like that. Okay, now we have part TR1019, so this piece here, and 4 of the PB 2.6x8 screws. And this is going to go on this side here. These holes are going to line up with these holes right here. And these holes are going to line up with the holes under the bottom, just like this. Lay this down. So just like this, and then we're going to screw it through these 4 holes with the PB 2.6x8 screws. All right, it's going to look just like that. Now we have TR1021, and that's going to go right over this side, right here. It's going to go this way. It's going to go on just like this. Okay. Just going to slide in just like that, and then we're going to put 2 PM3x8 screws here and here, and 2 of the crimped edge washers. This one's really tough, man. I'm going to have to use the Allen wrench on this one. There we go. Got those all the way in. Okay, now we got TR10-17. And that's going to go right over the top of all of that. Just slide it all the way in. Flip it around this way. I'm going to screw it in from the back in the 3 holes there with the PB 2.6x8 screws. Get this top one first. This is a workout for this little screwdriver, but it's doing pretty good because these are some thick screws just going into straight plastic. All right, that's going to look like that. All right, now we got TR1022. That's this piece here. TR1049, this piece right here. All right, this is going to set in here on top of these 4 pins, just like that. I'm going to attach that down those 4 holes with the PB 2.6x8 screws. Okay, it's going to look like that. All right, now we got TR1023 and TR1036. This little yellow piece, and it's going to go into this hole here, just slots in and only goes in one way, just like that. And we're going to flip that over and we're going to screw that in with 1 PB 2.6x6 screw that I just happen to have right here. There we go. It's nice and snug. Okay, we need our leg back up here. Turn it this way. And this piece that we did is going to go in on this side of the leg. Going to match up with the holes that are underneath here. Just like this. Matching up with these holes. And we're going to screw that in with 4 PB 2.3x8 screws. Okay, these are thinner screw. They'll probably go in a little easier. Turn this back over to its side here so I can see here. There we go. Nice and snug. Now we got this piece, and it's going to go on the other side and encapsulate that, just like that. And we're going to use the PB 2.6x8 screws to hold that on. That's going to screw in from this back side. All right, it's going to look like that. Here we have TR1027 and 2 PB 2.6x8 screws. And this one's going to go on the back. And you got these two posts here. And they're going to line up here and here on the back side of the leg. You'll see the little spot where they go in at. And this is going to just slide right over the top of this, just like that. And then we're going to screw that in from this side with those two screws. There's one, screw it right through here. And this one, we're going to screw it right through this side, right here. I'm not kidding you. These are some tough screws to screw in. This plastic and these pieces are really, really tough. That's hard to get in with a regular screwdriver. Okay, now we have this piece here. This is TR1026, and it's going to encapsulate this. There's 4 pins right here, and they're going to go into these 4 spots on the bottom. They just slide right in, and then we're going to screw that in with 4 PWB 2.6x6 screws. All right, it's going to look like that. Now I have TR10-28, and this is going to go right on here and snap in and cover up these screws. Give it a nice look, just like that. All right, that's it for that left leg. Let's go ahead and do the same thing to the right leg. All right, guys, let me know if yours came out differently, because mine, the wire is on this side. All right, so the diagram shows this wire going through this and coming out this side, but there's no hole there. Can't really do that. My only option is to try to figure out another way to run the wire around or drill a hole through that. Yeah, I'm going to drill a hole through it. What I got to do. All right, sorry, guys. Some reason my camera kicked off on me, so I did go ahead and end up drilling a hole through there, just big enough for the wire to fit through. It drilled through real easy. If you have this same issue where for some reason the wire is on the wrong side and it shows it on the diagram going through the leg, the only thing you can really do is drill that hole through there. Otherwise, you're going to have to try to run the wire around, but these things fit tightly against it, so the wire is going to be crimped in that. So the only way to do it safely is to run that wire through the leg. So I just went ahead and drilled that hole, ran the wire through the leg, and then I went ahead and put the rest of the stuff on here just like on the other leg. And so that was what I did on that and finished it. Just trying to catch you up to where I'm at. Okay, so then I went ahead and I assembled 2 of these, just putting the 2 nuts in here and putting this capture piece over and screwing it in. And then I went ahead and attached this one onto TR1039 with the 4 PB 2.6x8 screws. And then took TR1009 and I attached it here with the 2 PM 3x8 and the 2 lock washers. And that's where I'm at right now. So I'm on this step right here. Sorry about that, guys, that my camera quit running. Seems to be doing okay now. All right, so again, here's my pieces that I already assembled that I just showed you, that I put these pieces on, screwed it in with the nuts captured behind it. Same thing with this one. There were the 2 of them were the exact same. And then I screwed this piece on, and then I've attached it to this piece with the 4 bolts. Now we have TR10-07, TR10-32, and 2 PB 2.3x6 screws. But we're going to have to put a little bit of glue on these studs before we put it inside here. It's going to go this way around, just like this, inside there like that. But we need a little bit of glue on those 2 studs. All right, so first we're going to screw this onto here, just like this. Okay, it's going to go in just like that. I'm going to screw that in with the 2 PB 2.3x6 screws. All right, and I got to put a little bit of glue on these. put a little here. All right. That's going to go this way around, and he's just going to drop it right into those holes there. There we are. Hold that in for a few seconds, let that dry. Okay. Okay, so we got TR10-3, TR10-15, TR10-33, and 2 PWM 2.6 screws. So this is going to go in over this stud here, and then this piece is going to go inside that this way around, just like that. And I'm going to screw that in with the 2 PWM 2x6 screws. But first I'm going to put a little bit of oil right on these 2 pins here. A little bit there, a little bit there. Put that back on top. And there we are. It's going to look just like that. Pretty nice. And this one's going to go on this side. Just slide it in, just like that. Okay, now we got TR10-31 and 2 PV 2.3x6 screws. This is going to go right here on the bottom. It's going to go this way around with this this end facing the end with the yellow. And it should go right into those screw holes there. And then we're going to screw that in with those 2 PV 2.3x6 screws. I don't know if I can reach it. I might be able to reach it with this. Yeah, I'm going to try doing it with this one, just easier to get to it. All right, snug that down like that. Okay, I'm going to bring the upper left leg back up now. And this is going to go this way around with the blue facing down towards the foot. Okay, we're going to run the wire through the hole here. Bring this all the way up. Okay, we're going to need 4 PM 3x6 screws and 4 of the lock washers. All right, let's get one of them in here. That'll make it a little easier. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to get the other 3 in. It's going to look like that. Okay, now we're going to take this wire and we're going to run it up through that hole right there. And just bring it out the top, just like that. Okay. And we're going to set this to the side. Okay, now we got TR10-40. We got the other plate that we did. And we need 4 of the PV 2.6x8 screws. This is going to go on just like the other one. It's going to slide right over this, just like that. Right over these 4, and we're going to screw those in right there. Okay, it's going to look like that. All right, now we're going to need the right leg. All right, and we got 4 more of the 3x6 screws and 4 more of the split lock washers. I think you know what we're about to do. Same thing we did on the other side. Going this way around, we're going to go ahead and run that wire through the hole here and bring that right up just like before, and then we're going to screw that in with the 4 screws. Okay, it's going to look just like that. Okay, here comes the fun part. All right, we got to attach these together. And we need to close these up here. We're going to run this wire through this rectangle piece on the other side. If I can get it through there. There we go. All right, now let's see if we can get this somewhat closed up the way it's supposed to be. I got to get these screws put in. All right. Okay, now I got 2 PM 3x8 screws and 2 of the washers. Okay, and we're going to screw through this side and into that metal rectangle that the wires are running through, and that'll hold it together. All right, I think it's nice and snug. Okay, we've got this 20 kilogram TR10-58. We've got TR10-10. I'm going to set that inside of there like that. We got 2 M 3x8 screws
and 2 of the lock washers. And we're going to screw that in from either side, just like we did before. Perfect. Okay, it's going to sit right on top, just like this. And we're going to have the wires coming out the front, like this, right on top. All right, we got 4 of the PM 3x10 screws with the lock washers. And we're going to screw that down in there with those. I'm just going to go ahead and get them all sitting in there. All right. Okay, now we got the hip section that we built earlier, and we're going to put that on. I'm going to run the wires through the hole here. All right, and slide over. Just like that. We get some PM 3x6 screws. Now I'm going to oil these like this. Just a little oil on there, that's all it needs. And screw these all in. Okay, I gotta rotate its hips backwards somehow. The whole thing. There it goes. Like that. Now we're gonna flip these up. Alright guys, now the last thing we have are these 2 pieces here to go on. And they're gonna go on underneath here. I had to bend the hips completely back. I opened this up. I figured I would lay it down so we can kind of see what we're doing. Now we got to slide these in just like this. We'll slide this one in. Okay, now we can get to the front 2 screws, and then we're going to have to move the whole hip section the other way to get to the other screw. So let's go ahead and get these screwed in, and then we'll do that. Oh, my screwdriver finally ran out of power. I should have charged it before I did this because I've built several things with it. And I think it would have made it all the way through. It's just 4 screws left. All right, now we're going to stand it up. And now we got to bend the hips all the way the other direction. It's really tight. Just like that. Now we're going to lay it down this way. Got to be kind of careful. And then we can get to the other screws on this side. All right, guys. Let me move the hips back to their normal position here. Bring everything back down. And holy smokes, we are done with pack 10 of the Agora model G1 Optimus Prime. Let me just kind of lay it down here so you can get a look at it, and then I'll... Wow, look at this. It's so big. I got to figure something out the next 2 stages on how I'm going to record this because it's just freaking massive. Move this stuff out of the way here. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get back to the main camera. Holy cow, guys. This thing, I don't know how I'm going to record the last 2 stages. Look at this. It just seems bigger every time I look at it. And we got the whole thing here. These flip up. You can kind of see underneath them, front and back. We got the tires here. So there's still some pieces to go on the legs, the other tires here, and like some tank things up there on the top. It really is heavy. I had my wife lift this up. She was like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's not even all of it. That's just the legs and the torso, the pelvis, not even torso, the legs and the pelvis." I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how I'm going to film the rest of this. I'll have to figure something out. But holy cow, man. This thing is just huge.
So anyways, we are on, this is stage 10 complete. We got 11 and 12 and we are done with this thing. So that's going to be the rest of the torso, the weapons and all of that are going to come in the next 2 stages. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Can't wait to see this thing completely completed. Just 2 more stages to go. And then I got to figure out where I'm going to display it at. Like I said, I want to get some new shelving back here and display it back there. So anyways, guys, like I said, if you're interested in this, I'll leave a link to it down below. I'll also leave my Amazon associate link down below for the Fantic E1 Max screwdriver. It saved me a lot of this. It really did. I should have charged it up before I built this, but I didn't. Made it almost through at 4 screws to go before it died on me. So yeah, I'm super happy with it. Super happy with this. If you guys like these kind of videos, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'm thechewysolo, and this is Black and Red Builds. See ya!
Woo! Now that is a whole lot of fun right there.